All right, ninja friends, this is really exciting for me. This is a movie that came out in 1981 and on VHS in 1982. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's not a good movie. It's a cheesy ninja movie, but it's part of my childhood, and some of you old enough out there might remember this movie. It's called Enter the Ninja. Enter the Ninja was the first of 3 films in what they call the Ninja Trilogy, which started the whole ninja craze back in the 1980s when I was at my youngest and I was really impressionable. And this was the first movie I ever saw. Well, in this series, I saw movies with ninja in them, but this is the first one that had nothing but ninjutsu in it. It's a screenplay by Mike Stone, the karate guy. And Mike doesn't get enough credit for putting this film together and getting it started. Mike is one of the stuntmen in this film. This is going to be the first scene, the opening scene, the one that attracted me the most to the ninja. It was set in the Philippines, filmed in the Philippines, not in Japan at all. And it's cheesy. It's a cheesy ninja movie. But as a 12-year-old, when it came out on VHS, I was so excited to watch this movie. And we would rent this, me and my friends, countless times to the point where we wore out the VHS from the store. I would go and rent it, and then I would go back and rent it the next day. This is the first time that I ordered martial art weaponry. I can remember getting a UPS package, which back in the 1980s was a huge deal. To see that big brown truck coming down the street was the most exciting thing to a fat little teenage kid. I was 12 years old and I ordered from Asian World of Martial Arts. I still think they're in existence. I ordered a gold Manriki Gusari, the ninja kind of Kusari Fundo chain, and I ordered a couple of shuriken, and I ordered that target that you guys remember with the dragons on it, the little square shuriken target. It was like a dartboard. I was so excited to get that package, and I would have been watching this movie and imitating it. And then I ordered my first Shinobi Shozoku, these ninja suits, which aren't really real, but back then this is all we had to reference the ninja. And then we had the books by Mr. Hayes and Hatsumi and all the others that came out around the same time or just slightly after. This started it all. So we're going to go through this. Now listen, this is not going to be monetized at all. It's probably going to get a strike or some sort. Hopefully it'll stay up, but I wanted to go through this. Forgive me, I have to talk through this in order to keep it from getting copyright stricken and stuff on YouTube. YouTube's very strict on this stuff. So I am going to comment over it. So if you want to see the movie, you can rent it. Don't expect miracles. I loved the martial arts in this, even though they're not ninjutsu. It was just so much fun as a kid, and this is why I'm doing this. 45 years later, I still get excited about these movies, these 3. This was, out of the 3, I think, the worst. Revenge of the Ninja, directed by Sam Furstenberg, was the best of the 3. And then Ninja 3, The Domination, was in the middle. So this was the worst of the 3, but I still love it. I still love all 3. I have them all on Blu-ray and stuff like that. This was directed by Menachem Golan. It's a Golan Globus production. So let's take a look at the first scene of Enter the Ninja, and the first time we really see Sho Kosugi on film. So I'm going to put these earphones on and let's get started. I hope you're as excited as I am. All right, here we go. A city film presentation. So here is Sho using nunchaku, which aren't ninja weapons, but I was like, what is this? Look at this guy in this ninja suit. And it just comes in and out. And he's got a sword here. The legendary Sho Kosugi, one of my favorite ninja stars of all time. Love him. He's still alive, still doing well. We used to make these swords. I remember cutting up my father's golf clubs, cutting the heads off of the irons, and making these ninja swords. They weren't sharp, but they were fun, and they already had a leather grip. Here he is spinning some tonfa. Again, a lot of these were Okinawa and karate weapons, but I didn't care. Some sort of spear. Sho was a karate master. He wasn't trained in ninjutsu, but he grew to appreciate it. Christopher George, old movie star. Here he is with some sai. The lighting's really good in this. I like the music. Michael Lewis, there he is. Mike Stone, fight choreography and stunt coordination. This is so cool. This is the first time you ever saw this. It's like a Kyoketsu Shoge spinning around there. Basically, Sho is just doing kind of ninja porn. He's showing off all the different weapons. Here he is with a bow and arrow. Of course, the ninja wouldn't look like this. They were samurai warriors. They wouldn't dress like this. This is more of a kabuki style uniform, but it worked. It worked for someone like me. I loved this. My friends loved it. Here he is with a blowgun. Just showing off all the different stuff. Talk about a brilliant marketing tool, because we went out and bought this. Here we are introduced to the white ninja. Well, bang! Look at that flying kick. Menachem Golan, an underrated director. And here we are in the mountains of Philippines. And we get our first look at Franco Nero, the Italian actor who is in Django. Quite famous, but uncomfortable in this role. All he does is the close-ups here. There he is. We used to make that white ninja sword. I made all this. I had a white ninja suit, a gray, a camouflage, a red, the maroon, a black. You can see Franco with his big mustache underneath that mask. The music, how it builds, is really good. And here is Sho, who I always thought looked like a Black Widow spider. He really looked good in this. Look at that. Hey! And they jump around. He does look like a spider. Here he is summoning in his stuntmen, the Maroon Ninja. Or not yet. And here they go, starting to chase him through the forest or the jungle. There are the Maroon Ninja, played by Doug Ivan and Alan Amiel, who didn't get enough credit. They did all this. He's dispersing his men. We loved this as kids. We did this. We used to go outside, me and my brother, and just do this and squat around in a suit. Why he would wear a white uniform in the middle of a jungle or red makes no sense. They stick out like a sore thumb, but hey, go with the cheesiness of it. That's probably Mike Stone running around. There's Sho. You're going to notice Sho Kosugi plays many of these parts, as do Mike Stone and Alan and Doug. I think just the four of them did all of these, so they change suits a lot. They get killed off, they change their suit, they clean up, they come back. Skulking around. So Franco was just used with the close-up eye shots. He didn't do any of the stunts, he didn't know martial arts. There's Sho in the back, so these guys change roles constantly. Little intonjutsu, hiding. I always thought they were lighting him on fire, but it's just the grass. Some sort of signal flare. Of course, on VHS tape, you couldn't see their faces, so we thought that was Franco Nero, but if you look closely on Blu-ray, you can see it's not him. The first death. There we go. The wiping of the blade. Dropping it by him. I love that. I love this sword. Here we have a Maroon Ninja sneaking up. I love this. That's why I thought Sho was a spider. There is a spider. That's a great shot right there. Not being afraid of the insects of the jungle. Uh-oh, what's happening here? He's being stalked. Your first multiple opponent death. First time I saw a Senbon Shuriken really, except for Shogun. Now why Sho does this I don't know. He throws these at a tree. I don't know why, maybe a signal. Practice. Of course, after Enter the Ninja, Bruce Lee was so popular, so they added the nunchaku. It's not a very good weapon against a sword, but hey, looks cool. Uh-oh. Pretty good fight choreography. I thought it was really good for a 12-year-old. Of course, I know better now. Catching the arrows, how cool. We used to do this. I'm not kidding, we caught arrows at a slow speed. It was dumb. Could have been killed. You're looking closely at the faces under the masks. They're all playing the same parts. They're having fun. This had a budget of about $3 million. No, $1.5 million budget, nothing. Using his saya to hit, tripping him. Gotta get your acrobats in there. I think that was Alan there. There's Sho. Sho was just cut. There's Sho again. I love that throw. Shuriken couldn't kill like that. They wouldn't stick in your head. That was probably Alan again. There's Sho. That's probably Mike right there. Smoke bombs. We used to buy smoke bombs. There's Sho again. There's Franco with a close-up. I love that scene. You jump off the tree, then you have the stunt guy come out. Gosh, as a kid, we loved this. I used to go to the local park across the street from where I lived in West Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and I used to dress up and jump in the water and hide. I used to hide from the police, I'm not kidding, at nighttime. They would come around and shine a spotlight, and I would jump in the river and escape. I literally was a ninja. All make-believe, all complete fantasy. That's what kids do. Little fight scene. No one looks better in the ninja suit than Sho Kosugi. He was the ninja. He started it all for all of us old guys. Cool stunt scene, jumping off the waterfall. This was our Star Wars. This was my Star Wars. This was my Lord of the Rings at the time. Because we had access to a local video store that rented VHS tapes. We would walk there a couple miles. So excited to get these videos back home to watch them over and over. And I would sit there and rewind these scenes over and over. The movie plot itself is not good. Not good. Not well written. But these fight scenes were inspiring. First time you see his mustache. Uh-oh, he's got a mustache. Sho doing kind of a weird little swim. You're supposed to think this is Japan. Yeah, that's going to happen. A lot of ninja guards. Makes sense to dress up in a full suit in the hot sun. Here he is swimming under the bridge. There's the master, sensei, so to speak. Get a little more gratuitous smoke bombs and cool little fight scene with the swords. Gotta do your acrobatic flips. Cool sound effect of the spear. Hasegawa became a huge character and actually overshadowed the White Ninja as the best part of this movie. I love this. Watch this. Now that was unexpected as a kid. Got that really cool synth bass music, which was huge in the 80s. There's the nin symbol on the wall, which means patience or endurance, sword over the heart. And I was like, why is he doing this? Why is he sneaking around? Got your little cheesy keyboard flute background music. This was so cool. We used to imitate everything about this. I don't even know if Franco here, the Italian actor, spoke much English. He's probably bilingual. He's still alive. So is Sho. Sadly, the other actors like Susan George, Christopher George, Will Hare, I think most of them are gone now. So what happened was this was all a test. This was Franco Nero's test to become kind of a master ninja. There's Sho. Good acting for behind a mask. You can tell he's pissed. He does not like this man. He doesn't believe this kind of white foreigner should be doing any of this. It's against the code of the ninja. I love how Sho's hair is perfectly dry and no sweat. So they pull out all of their stunt equipment so they weren't dead. There's the fake head. The Grandmaster is still alive. It was all a test. For our entertainment. Makes no sense in reality. Zero. But who cares? You're a kid. This is what we loved. I love the sound this head makes when he puts it down on the wood. Listen to this. Oh, that's cool.
Please review for me the 9 levels of power. Rin.
Strength of mind.
This is based off of the mudra called Kuji-in,
Direction of energy.
which are basic hand signs for focusing your intention before hard, difficult things.
Sha.
Based in Shinto, Buddhism, things
Self.
like that.
And others.
We learned all these as kids.
Premonition of danger.
Jin.
Knowing the thoughts of others.
Rinpo to shakai jin retsu zaizen. There are 9 of them.
Of time and space.
Zai.
Controlling.
First time you saw this in a movie, this based off of ninjutsu. And again, most of this is false, but it kind of comes together.
You have done well. You have passed every test.
It shows so mad.
This scroll is your license as Master of Ninjutsu. It contains the wisdom of every generation of ninja that has passed before you.
Every generation on one
Years from
scroll.
now, you will add your knowledge to this scroll and pass it on to your closest student.
So they go and celebrate with some tea. Kampai. Toast, traditional.
To the new ninja.
And then things go wrong. Kampai. Sake. Hasagawa won't drink.
Not drink Hasagawa.
He will not partake.
He is no ninja.
He has earned the right, Hasagawa.
No.
You are
No.
not to say anything more.
Let him speak, Master Kamori.
My ancestors were samurai from Iga. I come from great warrior family.
Cole has come all the way from overseas to study with us. He has mastered ninjutsu. He is a ninja. He is no ninja.
Of course, as kids, we mastered every line of this
You will
movie.
stay in the Philippines long?
Long enough to visit a friend.
And then?
Here's where the movie starts to devolve because it goes into the plot, which isn't good. The Canon Group, which did these three movies, I appreciate them for doing these. This movie's about 99 minutes long. It's short.
Mr. Komori, why is Hasegawa
End
so
scene's really
frustrated?
good. There's a couple fight scenes in the middle.
In Japan,
They're at the house that have some good kind of ninjutsu in them.
time, Hasegawa would have been a great warrior.
I understand. You've been a good teacher.
Obviously, Franco
Mr.
did this
Komori.
for the paycheck. He has no interest in martial
Always be
arts.
strong enough.
He was just a good-looking actor that did it. But
Use your strength.
this launched Sho Kosugi's career, and Sho Kosugi went on to do Enter the Ninja, Ninja 3, a couple movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He did The Master with Lee Van Cleef. So here's where it changes. There's the plane, and I'm going to stop it right there. All right. That may have been the dumbest thing you've ever seen. It may remind you, if you're an older person like me, of those beautiful times in the 1980s, way before the internet, where we ordered martial art weapons, and in our own backyards we became ninja warriors. These movies were so impressionable. You can think, however old you are, of 3 or 4 movies that shape who you are. At that age, when you're 12, 11 years old, you don't have an identity yet. You're figuring out who you are. And to see these impressionable movies where we would have to put forth the effort and go and walk to the video store and get these and rent them and mow lawns and rake leaves and shovel snow to get the $3 or $2 to rent it. And then you would come back, watch it, rewind it, walk back to the store, and then 2 days later you go and rent it again. And you would look at our local store. It was called the Movie Stop in West Bridgewater. And I all of a sudden, Revenge of the Ninja, I saw the cover, which came out a year later, and then Ninja 3, and you would search for all the martial art movies that were available in the video store. And this is how we learn. Then I found all the books at Kmart and started to delve into the martial arts and signed up for Ueshido Karate and learned about the truth of martial arts, which is almost nothing like this. But this is purely to inspire kids, just like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. It's all the same. It just depends on your age and what was around for media entertainment at the time. So Enter the Ninja, to me, is one of my favorite cheesy 1980s ninja movies of all time. And it doesn't hold up, but I can still picture myself as a child or a kid getting my first chain weapons, my first shuriken, making my sword, creating a uniform, running around the neighborhood at night and becoming a ninja, and disappearing after school into the cornfields of Massachusetts for hours and hours, learning how to make every mistake in the book and making my neighbors think I was crazy. But then, one day, owning a dojo and teaching real martial arts. So it came full circle. Thank you for spending a couple of moments in this day and age looking at this old movie. I don't think it's going to inspire anyone out there, but it might inspire you to follow your dreams as well. I thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. This video may get taken down by YouTube, I don't know, but if it's worth the strike if we get one. Thanks for enjoying your time with me. I had a blast. I hope we'll do this more. We'll do Revenge of the Ninja, a scene from Enter the Ninja again, and another scene from Ninja 3. Maybe we'll look at The Master a little bit with Lee Van Cleef. We can go into the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, 9 Deaths of the Ninja, Pray for Death. There's a lot of movies we could go over that have this cheesiness and awesomeness to them. Everyone enjoy your day, and thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.